Domination.
Like, you so horny, me so horny in German. It was funny because in the app itself, there's like like there's like segments, right?
Defend the flags.
So there's like basics one, which is like hi, how are you? You, me, them, all those basics, right? And it's like basics two, whatever.
Bravo.
And it gets to like clothing, like I got pretty far with it. Like I got to adjectives and like conjunctions or whatever.
We've taken control.
Yeah.
Enemy taking B. Losing.
And fuck. And then there's like if you get enough points or something from like learning,
UAV above.
you could like unlock new segments, right? And so there's this flirting segment,
Enemy taking
and so you could like learn like kissing, like oh kiss and like love
losing C.
and like touch and all those like funny words. So I like learned that, and I try to talk to her, but like we kind of lose.
Enemy has
She's like a traveler, like a world traveler, which is like really cool. And she's like my age. She's like as old as I am, 20. Yeah, so she's like, I don't know, like she's like studying too at the same time. She took a gap year, but she went to the US for like a year.
securing B.
That's how I met her. And then now she's in Bangkok with like a friend. And I'm like, well, it's so cool. And she was like, like what? Oh, explosive specialist?
Losing B.
Whoa, that's cool.
B above.
Whoa, you know the rankings and stuff? Yo, you want to call out like alpha, or like Tango down? Yo, we should totally do that. Wait, Tango down. I like that. I like saying that. Tango down. It just sounds funny. Tango down. Is it true?
Bravo.
No. I don't. Oh, Tango. It's just like code. So threat down means Tango. Echo.
Taking Alpha.
Foxtrot.
Taking Bravo.
In the rabbit hole.
Enemy UAV online.
Oh, Melton. Mm-hmm. That's so cool. Medevac. Sounds like a Pokemon. Like a healing Pokemon. Medevac.
Losing B.
That's cool. Like you know what I've always, it's kind of like in my bucket list, but I've always, oh my god, this guy's camping. I've always wanted to do this where it's like I've always wanted to go through boot camp, but then leave and not be like enlisted, Like I don't want to like actually join the army.
Losing B.
It's hell, right?
Lost Bravo. Enemy UAV online. Enemy has B.
You want to kill people, so it changes you a little, you would say?
Securing Bravo. Enemy UAV online. We'll win it.
Yeah. Okay. No, dude, but like I went through so much shit,
Bravo.
like suicide. Like that's like, it's like worse than that. Wow, can this guy not? Yeah, dude, that sucks.
Securing B.
Uh huh. 4 months straight, 65 men, got it.
UAV above.
What else?
Bravo secure. System hack. Enemy hunter B2C taking B. System hack. Bombing run ready for action. Enemy bombing run incoming. We lost Bravo.
That's so emotional.
Secure. Securing Bravo.
So like everyone was in it together in boot camp is what you're saying?
Half time.
Yeah, that was like, dude, let me explain this. Let me tell you a story. Back in the day, and this is like a year ago. And by the way, remind me to invite Monty to the game, because he wants to play. Yeah,
Defend the flags.
there's a time, alright, there's a time where I was taking like infinite math, which is like basically pre-calculus. You just have it in a fancy word. Because it was like a nice, you know, university, whatever. The course was called infinite math.
Securing Bravo.
And that shit was like, it's like, you could learn it, right? And I could have learned it, but the teacher I had was literally the devil, bro.
Enemy taking aim.
She was like, she was deep. Like, if you were to call, if you were to like, you know, call Satan and be like, send me your wife, that was her.
Enemy taking Alpha.
Like, it was I called her the white devil. Like, I actually called her the white devil. And
Bombing run. Ready for action.
like, she would call, you know those teachers that like, they just like roast you like randomly? Yeah, like she was one of those teachers. And she would be like, alright, can someone tell me what the quadratic formula is? And no one would raise their hand, obviously it was like the first day. And like if you didn't know it, like she just went off on you. Like there was no mercy. It was crazy. She would just go off on your head. Everyone would just like look at you and then be like, damn, like you just got roasted. Like you gotta take it because she's your teacher and she grades you, right? So basically I like failed my first like test and I got like a 10, right? And that sucks for me because like I'm a pretty good student. And like she wasn't teaching, like I couldn't follow the math course or whatever. And basically like she was like, if you want extra help, you know, come see me in the morning. I was like, okay, that's pretty nice of her. Like, that's the first nice thing she's ever done in her life, probably, but alright. And yeah, probably. And like, like me and this girl and I, we went to steer like 7 a.m. in the morning. I mean, even though she was like really nice for the moment, it was at 7 a.m. So she was crazy at the same time. And like we see her and we're getting help, right? We're getting tutored. And the first girl starts crying. Or she made her cry. Like I remember she made her cry. Like I remember that day. Like she just started roasting her like, oh, you're such a moron or whatever. And she just started wailing. And I was like, oh my god, she just made her cry. And then the teacher actually said, like, this is quote unquote, she's like, and she's European, so I'm gonna try doing this as best as I can. She goes, oh, not only do I have to get regular pieces of paper, but now I have to get tissue too. And I was like, wow, dude, you are not human, bro. I was like, that's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard in my life. So she's like roasting everyone. No, it isn't. It isn't. But like, out of a teacher, you know? I know, out of a teacher, like... Well, let me just finish this. And then she proceeds to, like, you know, tutor me or whatever, and I'm like getting help. And I already failed the first test, and that's 20% of your grade, so I was like, no, I'm gonna withdraw because, you know. But she like touched me, right? But it wasn't like, it was like more like trying to teach me, but like she like touched my forehead. She's like, you need to learn. And this is like, this was a perfect opportunity to like just like take advantage and just like tell somebody like how bad she's doing as a teacher, and then have a good reason, you know, like she touched me. So that's exactly what I did. Cause like everyone was getting roasted every day, you know, like imagine everyone just wearing like sandals or like some sort of Old Navy like shoes, and everyone just, yeah, and everyone just going like, what are those, like all the time, or like one person just going like, what are those, and like you're just getting roasted. Like everyone was basically wearing sandals and getting roasted in that class. There's not one person that like knew what they were doing, cause she was going fast and like she wasn't teaching right. It was the worst, right? Everyone I think like 80% of that classroom like actually withdrew or flunked.
We lost Charlie.
So then I told my student advisor, I was like, hey, listen, man, like, you know me, like, I'm a good student, whatever. I get like B's or whatever. I'm a 3.5 GPA.
Our UAV is online.
And I told I was like, hey, this is what's going on, and like, I don't think I'm able to study because of this. She's like, she has me in pressure every day. She's like, she's making fun of everyone for not knowing stuff, and you know, it makes me feel uncomfortable, and it's not the service that I wanted, you know, because it's a nice college. And oh my god, and then he brought, and then I said like, okay, she touched me, and I was super uncomfortable with it, cause she like pushed my like temple, like the side of your forehead, and like it felt weird, so I was just like, nah, I'm reporting that shit real quick. So then I reported it. She went on like a 2-week suspension, and no one wants to see her again, dude. Nobody saw her again. And then like mad people thanked me because I told the story, and then they were like, yo, like, you're the best. And like the girl that cried was like, oh my god, I love you. And I was like, you know, I was just